So I'm continuing with my extraordinary encounters that Connie and I experienced on Kibbutz Mizra in the northern part of the Galilee area of Israel. Shortly after we arrived, we were, along with the other 40 or so students who were there. As I mentioned before, the rest of them were Jews, and many of them considering immigrating to Israel. But shortly after, within 2 or 3 weeks, we were invited to accept an invitation to meet with one of the kibbutznik couples for tea. And it turned out it's high tea. It was not just tea. There was cakes and cookies and the like, bread. And we were adopted by a couple, Kurt and Hilde, who were survivors of the Holocaust in Germany. And they, along with at least a couple of hundred others, had arrived in a kibbutz Mizra and had been there long term. They had two sons, and when we met, but we mostly connected with Kurt and Hilde as we were invited to come to their house for what was known as Arba. And Arba is the word for four. So it's roughly 4 o'clock, but it's tea time. They just call it Arba. We would be invited to Kurt and Hilde's place to share usually about an hour where we would talk together. We would share whatever she had prepared. And she had this little thing, was like more like a kind of a microwave thing. And she would make these phenomenal German cakes on there. It was crazy good. So we enjoyed that, and we have pictures of them and enjoyed our time with them. And along after just about, I don't know, another doing that for 2 or 3 weeks, my mom sent to us a pound of creamy peanut butter. So I can remember it cost $9 and some cents to mail a pound of Skippy's creamy peanut butter in a Tupperware to us there in Israel. And it was great. Now listen, they had phenomenal bread there on that kibbutz. And so this wonderful white bread and peanut butter was just the perfect thing for that. So after we got that, I decided to take it to Kurt and Hilda's house for Arba. And they had never had peanut butter, which I thought was kind of interesting. And I don't think it was even available in the country at that time. But in any event, Kurt instantly developed a love for creamy peanut butter. So I can remember coming in, and he would look to see if I had this with me. And I was, I looked it up. Yeah, boy, we're going to celebrate today. As we shared with them this peanut butter, and toward the end, I just kind of left I left it with him, and he finished it himself. But the payoff for us, of course, was just to speak Hebrew along with English and to have this fellowship with them, to learn about their experience and their life on the kibbutz, and enjoy the wonderful things that she baked. So high tea with Kurt and Hilde. It was a beautiful thing and a really cool part of our experience there on Kibbutz Mizra.